Peter, we stood with you in the new stand at the start of the season, and we're here now halfway through. How do you think the season's gone so far?
It's okay, could be better, but we've still got halfway to go. The usual cliche, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I think the best of us is yet to come. I'm pretty sure that sooner or later we're going to hit a long winning run. We've got the players to do it. It's just a case of just getting everybody fired up to do it. But I would be pretty confident that sooner or later we're going to catch fire.
It seems like such a long time ago. I remember sitting down in the summer. Lots has changed. Bits around the ground have changed. What can you tell us what's happening here and what has happened so far?
What, on the pitch or off the pitch?
In the stadium, yeah.
Well, in the stadium we've obviously got the new stand up. It's the Il Pirata of Mayfair stand. We plan to, over that side of the ground, put more standing in. We try and increase the capacity. We want to get the ground up sooner or later to over 5,000 capacity. Bit by bit we're getting there. To my mind though, while we're doing stuff on the stadium, my main focus is getting the football team doing well, getting us winning, because at the end of the day that's what we're here for, to see a winning team, and that will happen. While I'm on this watch, that will happen, I guarantee that.
And then we sorted out the lease as well during the season.
Lease is done,
yeah.
It's all at solicitors, waiting for it to be signed off, but that's a done deal. I think you know the main terms of it, which is effectively we've got a new 5-year lease on the whole site, but at some time in the future our fee holders may decide to reoccupy the fields over there, in which case what's left of that 5-year lease plus another 5 years would come here, so we'd end up effectively a 10-year lease. But I know, talking to the fee holders, they're pretty confident that they'd like us around here for quite a decent period of time. I would be very surprised if we're not still here in, shall we say, over the next 10 years. After that we just play it by ear.
And does it help when you say having a good football team makes it more attractive?
Well, this is all about putting the best possible team on the pitch, winning games, getting the attendances up. We've already got the biggest average attendance in National League South, which, considering we're sort of mid-table, you imagine what we could be doing if we're firing up the top end of the table. We should be getting 1,500 to 2,000. So everything I do is to make sure that the team gets better, everybody likes the football down here, and there's a real buzz about the place, and you can see it coming already. You know, it's like an unstoppable force. It will happen.
And there's a big decision you had to make in August. Probably the toughest. You've been in football with others.
Yeah,
so was that the toughest decision you've had to make? Was Gordon had been here?
No, I've had other tough ones to make, but the worst part of that decision is Gordon is one of the nicest people I've ever met. He's got very knowledgeable about football, but I just felt that, you know, we just needed a bit more of a spring in our step. I think even Gordon would probably accept that to a decent extent as well. And we chose Bobby as somebody who's a young manager who's got a good, you know, even Bobby would tell you he's still learning his craft to some extent, but he's somebody who's got it in him to go all the way in the game. He's very enthusiastic, very bubbly, you know, he's got lots of good ideas, and I'm sure, you know, we're going to go forward with Bobby.
What attracted you to choosing him as the manager?
Well, when I was at Accrington, I'm always used to a manager who's really fired up, very bubbly, getting the players really on side, getting them to believe in it. The manager's got such an important part of the club. And Bobby, I detected as somebody who's got that effervescence about him. He's very good at getting the players on side, and that's what you need in a manager. You need to have the right atmosphere, that, you know, a buzz about the place, and it starts with the manager and also the chairman, right? But that's what we need. We need that effervescence in the club, right? To get all the players fired up, to get them all playing at the best of their game.
Also, there's been some good young talent coming through as well.
Yeah.
Lots being linked away with bigger clubs.
Yeah.
Kieran Brown is one.
Yeah.
Does that just show how the progression of the club?
That's right. That's absolutely right. And what's going to happen even more in the future is we're developing a policy of having more under 24-year-olds at the club, because, you know, the supporters like seeing the young players coming through. And at the end of the day, if they're playing well, hopefully they take us on to bigger and better things, but they've got a price attached to them. You know, they can get transferred, even when they're under 24, there's still compensation tribunals at the end of it. So this is all about getting a lot of young talent attracted to the club. And next season we're involved in, I think it's an under 23 league, so that would be an even bigger opportunity to get more of these young players involved at the club.
And it's fair to say we have probably one of the biggest squads in the league, certainly at one point.
It's getting pruned a little bit, but...
is that a target for you this
Well, no, that shouldn't have gone like that. I mean, my ideal thing is to have a first team of about 19 players, so we're sort of maybe about 2 over that. But it just goes like that sometimes. But in fairness, we got decimated with injuries over the last few weeks, and we did actually need that big squad to cover that. But under normal circumstances, we probably got 1 or 2 too many.
And what's the plans for the rest of the season?
Win games and get promoted.